Emily. Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Good morning. We are Jems Fibers. I'm Judy.
I'm Emily.
And we are here in Mississippi, Vicksburg to be exact. And that is exactly where the name Jems comes from. The J is for Judy.
E is for Emily.
And then the MS is Mississippi. It's a really cool story how we kind of came up with the name. Where somebody just came into the shop one day when we were talking about starting a yarn company, and they were like, "What are you going to call it?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And they were like, "Judy and Emily Yarn." And I was like, "Oh, wait, that's a pretty cool idea." It just kind of started clicking. So good morning. I know you're probably going, okay, what time are they going live? We don't know. We're just trying to figure it out. What time is like better for everybody? I know it's pretty early in different time zones. So it is morning still here. It is 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. And it's not as cold as it was yesterday. I don't think. It's pretty nice outside. We're supposed to get some rain. But...
Yeah, it was raining this morning. So today we kick off our sweater knit along. I am so excited that I might have cast on a day early.
I know, and you are going to town.
I am. So we are doing a sweater knit along. And we've kind of done some knit alongs throughout the past couple of years. And I wanted to do another sweater knit along because although I used to think, oh, I don't wear that many sweaters, I really kind of do.
You really do.
I really do. But I guess I just was like, I don't want to knit a sweater. Just
probably like on a daily basis, but when you go and
I go out,
yeah,
or like at church, or I'm like, I want to dress up and wear a nice sweater, and because I hate wearing a jacket.
I do too. I can't stand it.
When it's 30 degrees outside or 30 below, I might wear a jacket. But when it's just like 40, I'm like, I'm good. I don't.
Especially when you're just running into somewhere and running back out.
Right.
Like,
I know we went shopping, Christmas shopping, you and I. And the first store we went in, we both had a jacket on. And I was trying on clothes. And I'm like, why do I have this jacket on? And then when we got back to the truck, I was like, okay, forget it.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing this jacket. So I put it in the car and then we went back inside. I think you kept yours on.
I kept mine on, but I'm usually more cold throughout, But toward the end of it, when we were headed back home or the last stop, you did put it back on. It did get cold quick, though.
It did. Like the sun started kind of like evaporating.
Yeah. It was gone.
It was like cloudy all of a sudden. So I'm like, okay, let's do a sweater knit along. So I asked everybody in our knit group, I'm like, do y'all want to do a sweater knit along? What do you want to do? Well, everybody was like, well, I have this sweater in my queue. Well, I want to do this one. Well, my plan is to do this one.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, I kind of want to knit a raglan because we did do a sweater knit along last year. It was the Fireworks by Marie of Olive Knits, and it's the yoke. And I was like, I really don't know if I like it because when you kind of raise your arm up,
the whole sweater,
and I don't know if maybe I got it too tight through there, that maybe I should have knitted a little bit further down.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, but it was really my first sweater.
I know. It looks great.
It was your first sweater too.
It was my first sweater too.
So I'm like, okay, I want to knit a raglan. And after talking with the ladies with Knit Night, and then the next day I was like, okay, Emily, I have a plan. She's like, okay, let's hear it. Oh my gosh, you have a plan. I was like, let's do a sweater knit along where you can knit any sweater you want to. any yarn you want to, because some people like fingering, some people like DK, some people like worsted because it knits faster. So anyway, you can knit whatever you want to. Last night in our knit night, everybody was talking about their different patterns that they're doing. Yes. And it was really kind of cool because you basically have kind of the same. Hey, Valera, we missed you last night.
Yes.
Sweaters basically kind of have the same construction, but there might be a little difference. But they all have sleeves. They all have a waistband. They all have, not a waistband, but
yeah, like
the hem.
Yeah.
They all have a neck. They all have, the same thing. So it was really kind of cool. Ronnie just finished a sweater that she was knitting for her husband.
And it's so cool. It was the Hide and Peak.
Max
the knitter.
And so we were talking about blocking, and she's like, "Oh, I guess I better block my sweater." You
won't be able to wear it.
Yeah. And so we were talking about swatches, and so it is a little intimidating to think about knitting a sweater and being invested, because it's a lot of yarn.
It is. And I think that's what kept me from trying one for so long too, is that you hear stories where they're like, they get so far and they don't like it and they rip the whole thing out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do that. I don't want to do that.
Or you knit a sweater and it's either too small or too big.
Yes.
And that's where you have to do your swatch. And so, we were talking about that. Emily and I did our swatches.
And we're both using brand new yarn.
New yarn. Yes. So I worked on my swatch this weekend. Where did I put it?
It's right
there. Oh, it's right there. I worked on my swatch this weekend. Valera says her sweater turns into socks.
Yes.
And so here's my swatch. I didn't really finish it because at first I was doing like a size 6 needle. And then right up here, I actually went and switched it to a size 5 needle.
Okay.
And then, so I think like from there is like size 6, and then there's a size 5. And I was like, okay, I don't even have to go any further because I really think this is, and I was like, okay, Judy, you need to block it. And I just was so excited.
I know.
So I went and wet it and stretched it and laid it out and blocked it. Oh my gosh. When I blocked it and pulled it, I was like, oh my gosh. But then it just kind of like popped right back into shape.
Yeah. It's very nice.
And so I was like, okay, I've got to cast on. But I didn't cast on until the next day, which was Monday, which was New Year's Day. It was just, kind of sitting around watching some football. And I was like, I'm going to go ahead and cast on, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. So you did your swatch.
I did. So I'm using our new key worsted, and I was also a little bit worried because this new worsted, it's a very tight twist, and I was worried that it was either going to be too holey or but I really like it. I think it turned out fine. Judy helped me block it yesterday and calm me down a little bit. So yeah. And this is our colorway,
Circe.
Circe, yes. So.
And I am using, I don't know if I said, it is the new Posh DK yarn. It is 100% mercerized wool. And a lot of people have been going, okay, what is that?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a superwash. It's treated like a superwash. It will not felt. But the way they create the yarn is different than a superwash. And I've read about it. All I can tell you to do is go and Google mercerized versus superwash. They do not use the same chemicals. I recently, like a year ago, found out that I'm allergic to formaldehyde, which is part of the process of making superwash. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to try this. I'm going to see this and see if I might be allergic to it. I don't think I am. I don't think I'm itching. And you made a comment the other day about you didn't think the yak was bothering me. I think that's why my hands have been kind of broke out. But anyway, this did not grow. This is the new mercerized wool. It did not grow at all, even lengthwise. It's really bouncing back into its shape.
Yeah.
So I did go ahead and kind of cast on. And we were talking about it last night because Emily's son, Perry, has decided to join the knit along. And he was like, y'all got to have rules.
Yeah. There's got to be rules.
Like no cheating.
No cheating and no slacking.
So I kind of got penalized last night. Even though Perry wasn't there, all of his new followers were like, oh no, you're disqualified. You're out of it because you started early. Like, well, I kind of needed something to show in, our YouTube channel.
We have to promote.
Yeah. So I am doing this. Oh Lord, I got so many papers right here. Okay, let's see. I am doing the classic by, how do you say that?
Oh no.
I know. We
a space trico?
Yeah, I think that's it. That sounds good.
Yeah.
I am doing this.
I really love, it's a really nice classic
sweater.
Just, I love it. But you're adding a little something different.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be fingering plus mohair. I just wanted a DK.
Yeah.
Good morning, Katrin. Good morning,
Hello.
Deborah. So I just wanted a DK, but I wanted, I kind of wanted a little turtleneck just to cover up my wrinkles that are forming on my neck. But I used to be kind of a turtleneck person. And if you look at my sweaters lately, they all kind of have a neck.
Yeah. I mean, well, and I either like that or I just don't like a great big neck.
Yeah.
For.
All right. So this is
the turtleneck part.
The turtleneck part. Can y'all see the stitch definition on that?
It looks really good.
It is amazing. Can y'all see that? It is so soft. So it's supposed to be like a solid color, but I saw on Ravelry where somebody was kind of doing like a color block with their turtleneck part and their sleeves and their hem. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do that. So I did that. I'm not really crazy about my cast on. I wish I would have done something different with my cast on. But you know what? I'm just going to go with it. I think it'll be fine. It'll block out.
What
What
cast on did you use?
Just a long tail. Yeah, and I guess that's just part of
learning what you want.
Right.
And what yeah.
So
I like it though. I like it.
Yeah. Do y'all have, I didn't say like a particular type of cast on. But I do know that there are patterns that will suggest
a
cast on. So do y'all have a cast on that you like for sweaters? But anyway, oh my gosh, I am just really, really.
It's super squishy.
It is. Okay, and then watch what happens when you. So this has got a purl and then a knit through back loop, and look.
Wow.
How that looks.
Yeah, that looks. Oh, and it feels nice and. Yeah, I like that.
Isn't that amazing? Look. Hey, good morning, Leah. Look. So it has a knit through the back loop and then a purl. Oh my gosh. I'm just having so much fun.
She's going to whip through that.
I
She's going to be the winner. And now she's disqualified. Sorry.
So I'm at the point that I had to divide for the raglan part, the sleeves. And so I got there. And so now I've got to get into my sleeves and everything. Yeah. I'm so excited. I really do like this yarn.
I know. When you sent me the picture, that she didn't have the limestone on there yet. And the picture did not show up the chocolate opal like this. It looks so pretty.
The stitch definition is amazing. Amazing, amazing. And I got gauge. So, and I meant to put the description on the website for yarn bases, and I have not done that yet. So the new Posh DK is 100% mercerized wool. It has 250 something stitches.
Yes.
The new worsted is
yards.
Did I say yard?
You said stitches.
Yards. There's no telling what I say.
She's excited.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'm really going to fly through this, and I can't wait to pick out some new ones.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I was looking on not on Ravelry, on Instagram yesterday. There is a designer that we follow.
Oh, that's right.
Knit Love Wool. She is doing a buy one pattern, get the second one free.
Mm-hmm.
And so she has a lot of really great sweater patterns. They're all the yoke.
Mm-hmm.
Style, but there was a couple of them that I really did like, and I was like, okay, you know what? I think I do want to kind of try maybe another
yoke
sweater, and so
because they are really pretty. I love the one that you showed me.
Oh my gosh, she has some really pretty ones. So their post was yesterday. Surely they're still on sale because I didn't buy any yesterday, but
I think you said did you say through the weekend?
I can't remember.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go and get one of those. And so what are you knitting? What sweater are you knitting?
So I am knitting, let me pull it up. I'm doing the Worsted Boxy by Hokie. Now let me get out of here.
I'm sorry, I kind of put you on the spot.
That's okay. Let me pull it up.
While you're pulling it up, we are doing, we're going to do some, like a little contest.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to give 6 weeks from today for everybody to finish their sweater. That's doable. 6 weeks is doable unless you get into something that's like, a very long.
Just pick a bulky.
And so to sign up for our knit along, there is a link in our Instagram, and there's also I posted a link on the last YouTube video, and I'll post one on this one. But you can go and sign up. We're going to give away gift cards, sweater quantity of yarn. We're going to do a lot of different prizes. We've never done that before where we've done prizes for our knit alongs, but we are. Perry is going to be the referee, the judge. But as part of the signing up, we did like a little questionnaire about like what everybody is doing. Jana is talking about doing the, I guess, Ruscut cardigan by Sarah Opie, or maybe the Structure or Chaos. And so she is maybe possibly using some of our yarn. She's gotten some yarn from us, some of the Plush DK. She's also gotten some yarn by Crow and Crescent. I guess that's them. So she said, we asked, what is their favorite part of knitting a sweater? She said, seeing the shape come to life and turn it into a wearable piece of clothing.
Nice.
And that is so much fun. Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm getting excited. I'm like, I want to try my neck on. I want to try my neck. But my cables are too short. But I'm still on size 16 needles, so I'm going to have to there comes a point where I have to get onto bigger needles. Yeah. So I might have to try my neck on and see. She says, what part, okay, our question is, what part of the sweater construction is your least favorite? She said the increases or decreases. Depending on the sweater, sometimes the designer has placed these in a way that is very visible no matter which increase or decrease method you may try. And we were talking about that this morning because I think Sandy was looking at a sweater, and the sweater just said do an increase. And she's like, what do I do?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, sometimes they are visible, and sometimes it's just us looking at that going, oh, well, I can see that. But somebody that doesn't knit, they're not going to look at it and go, oh, you did the wrong increase right there, honey.
Right there.
I can see it. And so our question is, do you have a favorite YouTube tutorial that you refer to when knitting parts of your sweater? Examples, short, rows, sleeves, figuring out gauge. she says that she has found a tubular bind off that she really enjoys. And then also a provisional cast on, and that's by Pearl Soho. And so Jana is doing the knit along. Who do you have?
I have a Sandy, who we were talking about earlier. And so she said, what's the favorite part of knitting a sweater? Wearing it.
Yes.
Yes. I love that. And then, of course, this is I agree with Sandy on this. What part of the sweater construction is your least favorite? And that's swatching and deciding the correct gauge. Like, I don't like that process. Like, and then like figuring out your size and all of that. Most of the time I just call my daughter and be like, this is what I came up with. Figure it out. Tell me what to do. But I really liked, I have Jane here too, and she basically said the same thing about her favorite part is finishing. But this is another problem. What part of the sweater construction is your least favorite? Deciding when to join under the arms when knitting top down. I think that we were talking a little bit about that last night too. That is
right.
Yeah.
And I think that's might have been what happened with my fireworks. I think I needed to knit just a little bit further down or something to where I joined.
Yeah, but it looks great. You wore it the other
but it's just like when I feel like when I raise my arm up that my whole sweater
comes up. Yeah. Jane has on here for a favorite YouTube tutorial that you refer to when knitting parts of your sweater. Chili Dog
picking up underarm stitches for a gap-free sweater sleeve.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah,
because I have holes, like, and I don't, like, after the fact I went back and just kind of like cinched them up, but yeah, that would be something that I would. And then like that.
Suzanne Bryan, how to block a top-down yoke sweater. That's cool.
That's good.
So we're going to put some of these links in our YouTube comments, or not comments, in our description of this one. Afina is joining our knit along. She is doing a sweater by Boylan Knits, and she was like, she likes to use fingering weight and maybe even some of our mini sets that she purchased at DFW. Do you remember Davina? She was at she was like, so we said, what is the favorite part of knitting a sweater? She says, when you just start going round and round and round.
Yeah.
What is her least favorite? Sleeves. So this is really cool. Y'all go and make sure that you go and fill this out, because we want to tackle this all together, share with you what we are learning, share with you what our seasoned knitters are sharing.
Learn from everyone too.
Yeah. And our knit night, I was asking some of the ladies, like, how many sweaters have you knit? And I was really kind of shocked at one of their answers was, well, I've knit a bunch, but I've gave a bunch away. And I'm like, you gave them away? Why'd you give them away? They're like, well, it doesn't fit anymore, or, I really don't wear that style anymore. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine after all that work that you just give it away. But then after I started thinking about it, I was like, okay. And then Sandy was saying she gave her daughter some of her sweaters. Was it her daughter?
I don't know. I can't remember.
And she was like, and then she ended up giving them away. She's like, she didn't realize what she was giving away. But one person said that they had knit, or no. So then my other question was, how many sweaters do you keep in rotation?
Right.
In your closet. And one person said 30. And I'm like, oh my gosh, can you imagine having 30 hand knit sweaters? That is my goal. That is my goal to
But it just seems like she's always knitting a sweater. Like, I don't really, because when we're on knit night, it doesn't, she just got finished with
a shawl by Amber.
Yeah.
She used our ad knit minis.
Yes.
But she is knitting a lot of sweaters because, some people are like sock knitters, like Valera. Some people are shawl knitters. And then some people are just sweater knitters. And, I'm not really a shawl kind of girl because I do get hot. And, but when
I think that you're more like a wrap, like something that's longer and like thinner
this
around
one right there.
Yes. Yeah. Judy knitted this in our yak, and it's just
So once it gets a little bit colder, I might be wearing that.
Colder.
Well, I mean, in the mornings it's
I know
30.
You're not going anywhere in the mornings really to like wear something like that.
In the mornings it's 30, but then
Christmas didn't help. It really wasn't cold on Christmas. She was like, I'm gonna wear this to church at Christmas, and yeah, it was not cold.
No, it was like 70 degrees or something. It was hot. But yeah, so I think I want to be a sweater knitter. I really do. But it's just trying to figure out what the style is that, that
and maybe that's why you'll find out that you're going to give some away because they won't be your style.
That's right. And then also I was asking, I think it was Claudia. Well,
she's our sweater knitter.
She is our sweater knitter. She's the one that's got 30, and she's gave some away, but she has 30 that's in her closet right now. But I have store-bought sweaters, and I hate how they get the little fuzzies on there. And I used to have a sweater shaver, and I need to get another one.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, what do y'all do when you get the little fuzzies? I'm like, do you just shave them off? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, I'd be so scared, that the sweater would start falling apart or something. But I mean, do you use like a shaver to?
I have. I don't use it as much as I should
because I have my black sweater that's really kind of gotten
starting to
fuzzy and stuff, and I need to clean it up. So I need to get one of those. But so join our sweater knit along. You can use any pattern, any type of weight of yarn. You can join our knit nights every Tuesday. And just learn with us. We can see your progress.
And now I think there's even a place where you can post pictures along the way, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
In this link that there's this Google form that I have posted at the bottom of the form, you can go back in and edit your form, add pictures of your progress, add pictures of your yarn, whatever you want to share, and then the pictures that are there at the end of the 6 weeks, that's what we're going to do is we're going to kind of do a viewer contest, like what is your favorite. We're not going to tell whose they are, which people in the knit night, they're going to be like, oh yeah,
that one's
I know who that is. I'm going to vote for that one. But that is part of the good thing about being our knit night is just being so involved.
Yeah.
So join it. Now, if you're like, okay, I'm not a knitter, like you're totally like I'm a crocheter and you're totally leaving me out of the loop, I don't care. You come join.
Come join.
Crochet.
Sweater.
You crochet a sweater. It's called a knit along because that's what Emily and I are doing. We're knitting, but you're more than welcome to join us, even if you are crocheting a sweater.
Yeah.
The more, the merrier. So that is fun. I've also have been working on over the Christmas holidays my Embrace Autumn by Callie Monster.
So pretty.
Okay, which one is the front? Okay, this is the front. And I was going to try to get to the end, and I didn't again, but because every time that we do our...
Just don't let it fall off.
I know that will be bad. But look at the stitches in this. I know it's really kind of hard to see.
It's so pretty.
I am using our yak fingering to do this. It is so soft. I love, and
I can't wait. That's gonna block out so pretty because the drape on this, with the yak is so nice, and then I can see that's gonna be really nice.
It has been so much fun. And there's a lot of charts. I did not realize I'm a chart knitter, but I love it. I don't even want to go and look at the written instructions. Like when I finish one chart, I have to go and look at the written instructions to see like what it says to do next. Like it might say repeat rows 1 through 4 again or something. But I think I only have 3 more charts and then I'm done.
Nice.
So that's been
so pretty.
I mean, I've been knitting a lot.
Yes. I know. I haven't been knitting as much.
Okay, what have you been working on?
Well, I'm still working on what is it? Gemstones. Little gemstones. So I have 22 more gems to do.
It is so pretty.
But because I'm trying to, because this is a lot of ends, so I will stop after one row and weave in my ends for that, because that would be way too overwhelming for me at the end.
Yeah.
So I have been doing that. And then I picked up, wasn't there something? Well, I picked it. This I started before. It's for my mom. And it is Lisa Ross's Beach Nights. Yeah. So that is using a mini set, one mini set, our Demeter, and then a full skein. This is our Serpent Slayer. And I think that I just got her newsletter. I think her patterns are 50% off right now.
Oh, cool.
Not all patterns, just the 2023 patterns are 50% off.
Okay. That's nice.
So, and that's Lisa Ross, Paper Daisies. So check that out. It seems like I've forgotten something though. Like, I think I was working on something else. I don't remember. But I did my swatch.
I know. Have you done your swatch?
Oh, gosh.
We had a great Christmas holiday. I got my grandson
oh my gosh,
a little motorized, and I said motorized last night, and somebody was like, notarized?
Oh, no.
Motorized. It's like a little 4-wheeler, but it's for like a toddler size.
Yes.
It's a grave digger. He loves grave digger, like the monster trucks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He loves it. So anyway, I got him, and and so when I brought it around, Madison was like, what did you get, brother? And that's what we call him. I mean, his name is John Glenn, but she's like, what did you get, brother? And so I went and got it, had it in the bedroom, and I brought it around. Look, he started climbing on it, and then he was just sitting there. Well, I was just like, I don't know how to make it go. And she's like, is it remote control? And I said, no, I think there's a button there you're supposed to push, but I don't know where the button is. So we started looking, and it was a pedal.
Oh.
So we got him to put his foot on the pedal. Well, he took off. We were like, okay, get him out of the house, And we put him outside, and he just started going, and he started steering.
I know, he was doing really good. And usually, I mean, like, he's not even...
He's 1.5.
Yeah, he's not even 2, and usually they don't get that.
Yeah,
but yeah,
he was doing.
I saw the video, and I'm like, wow, he's like, he knows exactly where he wants to go.
So we got Mio a little. Rebecca said, "Oh, good. Can I do a baby sweater?" Yes, you can do whatever you want, Rebecca. This is a great time to do a sweater, and
any sweater.
So, but then so anyway, we got Mio a motorized Jeep, and she's 3, so
yeah,
it's a little bit bigger,
right,
and definitely more
it goes
power,
a little bit faster. Yeah,
and so she was like, "Okay, where's my gift?" And so hers was outside. And we went and got it and brought it out, and she was like, "Oh my goodness!" But and then even like John Glenn, when he saw his eyes got big, and then he just went got on, and
they live in the perfect little neighborhood, so that they can do that.
But they both got on it and kind of like took off, and like she was like, "Brother, you want to race?" Well, hers was way more faster. But she took off, and then she looked back at him, and he's just a coming. Yeah. I mean, he's he's like, getting right beside her. And so then they were driving off into the sunset side by side. It was so sweet, so cute. He was like looking back, like waiting on him.
Oh, that's so sweet.
But then, just watching them open presents and stuff. And then Christmas Day, I was with them, and brother was just like all in my lap and everything. And then he actually fell asleep. And Madison was like, "Do you want me to go lay him down?" I'm like, "No, I just want to hold him." But then he started getting really hot, and then I was making me hot.
Yeah, he can go lay down now.
He can go lay down now. But he missed a lot of the Christmas opening. Christmas morning, he got to open presents and stuff. But the afternoon, and he was like way sleepy.
So did they wake up early? Like, my kids, when they were little, we would have to wake them up.
I used to have to wake ours up too.
I'm like, what the heck, man? Get up.
I'm like, come on. It's like 8, 9 o'clock. It's time to open presents. But when I grew up.
Oh, no. I was up too.
But like when we grew up, Santa Claus didn't wrap presents.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Santa Claus didn't wrap presents. So you walked into the living room and you're like, it's so dark. You can barely see. And you're like, oh, what is that? What is that? Yeah. Oh, look. Okay. All right. I'm going back to bed. And then you go back to bed. Is that what you did?
I don't remember if I did, but I know that we always woke up before my parents did and went out there and looked, and then we would go in there and wake up. But I think my dad was the first one to actually get up, but he was always excited too, because even on Saturday mornings growing up, he would get up and watch cartoons with us.
Oh yeah.
So,
but now, like with our kids, Santa Claus wrapped everything.
Yeah. So
did Santa Claus wrap everything? Some things, not
some, maybe. Yeah. Some things.
Yeah. So it's just, it's it's funny how like every year, everything is just, not every generation is different.
It's different. Because I'm telling you, like, I really hope that the elf on the shelf goes away, because I'm glad that he wasn't around when
I know, right? Yeah. I've been seeing where Elf on the Shelf has been getting cooked in the ovens and stuff. Like, oops. I forgot. I didn't know he was in there. Oh, well. And then the horror of, some of the stories and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm so glad I'm not doing that too. So we are excited to be back at work. We came back to work yesterday. We are dyeing up a lot of our new Posh DK, our worsted. Emily has been dyeing worsted minis. The Mystery Mini Mania is something that we started in 22. It is a mini set that goes out automatically every month. You do get a little bit of a discount when you order your minis through the automatic shipment. So you can get sock, DK, bulky, and now worsted. I have not went and added the worsted on the option.
Oh, okay, for the mini
do that.
Mania. Okay.
But if you're currently getting sock, DK, or bulky and you want to change it to worsted, we can do that. We can go and switch that. But then if you want to sign up, so this year our mini sets are going to be based off of our gemstone collections. Emily has picked out 5 colors. She is in charge of the minis this year. I was like, Emily, do you want to do the minis? And she's like, sure. I was like, yay. Because I've been doing the minis.
I know. And you did all the variegated. And I think that I'm getting off lightly. So
yeah.
But Judy doesn't like to do solid.
I don't.
Yeah, she likes to. She's like got the creative, and
the solids are so boring to me. You just have to stand there and just you add the dye, and then you just have to stand there and watch it.
No, you have to move it.
You have to
constantly
move it.
Like, so everything's
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
I know she doesn't want to do that.
That's boring.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you can do all of it. All.
But she is gonna do one variegated that is with all of the 5 colors.
Yes.
So she's gonna do that one.
Yeah. So that will be, and it's going to be like a nice variegated
Mm-hmm.
to where it'll be look good for sweater, socks, or
Yes.
and it's going to kind of look like the
oh boy,
Color Fusion team, Judy.
I know.
In case you missed it, I need a drum roll. I won Color Fusion
Yes.
this weekend. I was very nervous because when we got started, our Color Fusion, we don't know what we are dyeing. Like we don't share what colors, what style, nothing. The year was tied up 2-2.
Yeah.
Emily won 2022. I think you beat me by 1 or 2.
I think so. No, I think it was still just one. Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, I cannot let her win again. I really cannot let her win again. I was like, oh. So we start dyeing yarn. And she starts putting these colors in her pan. I'm like, oh, crap.
Because I never use a whole bunch of colors.
Oh, like, what is she doing? That looks good. I'm like, oh, your color looks ugly. I was like, oh, I'm like, so anyway, I'm like, okay, y'all, my color look good in the sweater, socks, anything. I'm like, so part of the Color Fusion is people go online and order whatever color they like best. Some people are just like, I don't care what Judy does. I'm picking Emily.
Or vice versa.
And then we have some people that they just want to support us and they love both of us. They can't choose. So they buy one of Emily's and one of mine.
Yes.
And so we thank you so much because, when those orders come in, we're like, oh, yes, but anyway, it was kind of like it was still anyone's game for a little bit. And then I got a text message from one of our customers, and she sent me like a text and then a picture. And so, the text came through first and then the picture. And so I didn't have my phone on me, and I picked up my phone and opened it up and I see this picture, and it was the picture of a sweater. And she was like, hey, how much yarn do I need for this? And I was like looking at the pattern. I was like, okay, you need 4 DK. And so then I started looking. She's like, I think I want to use your yarn. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. You need 4 DK. And I was like, yes.
And you know what? She's a purple girl.
She is.
She loves purple.
She was like, it's purple. And I was like, oh, this was so perfect. I'm like, yes. So I won 10-6.
I know.
By 4. And otherwise it would have been a tie.
Yeah.
I was like, God spoke to him, was like, you need to order some of Judy's yarn. So that was really exciting. We have a busy schedule for 24. Oh, I can't believe it's 24.
I know.
So we have a busy schedule for 24. And Emily and I were talking yesterday. We need to go in and instead of just kind of fitting Color Fusion in, we've got to go and put in dates.
Yeah. So we'll be doing that.
And then, we were going through a calendar yesterday, and I found another show that we've not ever done. And so I was like, oh, look, they're accepting vendors. So let's apply for that.
Yes.
And, so yeah, our schedule is probably going to be pretty crazy.
I know, because not just not with the company. Judy's going on a mission trip.
I am.
So she'll be gone for
a week.
Oh, yeah, a week.
It's June 18th through the 24th, going to Orizaba, Mexico.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
And then, so
just lots and lots going on. We will be this weekend. We are going and doing a trunk show at a guild meeting.
Yes.
We're going to be doing that. And then January the 19th and 20th, we're going to be in Oxford, Mississippi. So we're trying to get our carts ready, yarn restocked,
got new lights.
We got new lights. We got to get
those
installed. They are so bright, and Oxford is kind of dark. The building that we're in is kind of dark. So I am really excited about that. I booked an Airbnb last night for Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
I did. Yay. It's nice because I looked. So we're going to be,
because we've never done that show. We've really never done that show.
That's the Carolina Fiber Fest. That is March 9th, 8th and 9th, something like that.
Yeah. Whatever that weekend is.
But it's going to take us all day to get there. We have to set up Thursday.
Okay.
And so then the show is Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
The show is over Saturday at 6:00.
Oh yeah, we're not. Are we staying overnight there? Yeah. Okay, good. I was like, yeah, that's because by the time we break, we're gonna be tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna get up Sunday morning and drive home. Nice. So I had to book it for 4 nights.
Yeah.
We're going to be there for 4 nights. So I got a really nice
we have to do some
little condo
things, but we're going to do.
I know. So we'll have all day Thursday. Right.
Well, after we set up. But usually we can if we get there early and get set up. I mean, we don't take all day. We can.
Yeah.
But we don't. Like so we can see what Raleigh's all about.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
Go kind of do some sightseeing and stuff. It's always fun when we go to a new place and kind of get out and about.
Check our eating places.
Yeah. That's the reason why
the highlight of our trip.
That's the highlight of our trip.
Where are we gonna eat?
And then we get back and from California, we're both oh, I gotta go to the gym. I went to the gym again this morning. You didn't show up.
I will try to be there tomorrow.
I'm lying. I slept in this morning. But I did get up yesterday morning. I was like, hey, Emily, you want to go to the gym? She's like, yes. I'm like, okay, what time you want to go? And then she's like, I don't know. What time you think? I mean, because we got to get back and get to work. I'm like, 5:30. She's like, okay.
I know. And well, I'm blaming that night because I played cards with my parents that night. And so I didn't get home until 11:30.
Well, so I got up at 5:00 and I was like, okay, do you want to just meet me and we can ride together? And she's like, okay, sure. Not that it's very far, but you know, I felt like that if I'm like, okay, you're like, we're going to ride together. She's not
going to show up.
She's going to show up, you know, so 5:30. Okay. She'll be here in a minute. Maybe I should text her. No, I'll just wait because, you know, in case she did sleep in, I don't want to wake her up and make her feel guilty. So at 5,
really,
at 5:40, still no. Emily was like, okay, I'm going to the gym. So I went to the gym.
My alarm, I woke up at 7:47.
She got to work. I was like, oh, how was your gym workout? But yeah, you know, so I'm getting back in the gym.
Yeah.
And so for 24, we, you know, last year I started a new thing and it was word of the year. And so this year I was like, and did you do a word of the year last year?
I didn't.
Okay. And so this year I'm like, okay, Emily, pick a word. I'm going to pick a word. And let's really focus on that word this year because I saw these really cute bracelets. And you may see them on your Facebook or whatever.
Instagram, yeah.
It was popping up. It's called My Intent. And now they're probably going to be popping up on your pages. And you're like, thanks, Judy. My phone is listening to you. So now, but it's like a little bracelet and it has the word that's indented on there. And I was like, I want one of these. I'm like, I want to get you one, but you need to pick out a word. So my word is agape. Agape is unconditional love. And you know, sometimes you feel like that or I don't know. I mean, sometimes there are people that hurt you. They say things and, you know, it may be a complete stranger. You know, that is being rude to you, like in a restaurant or, out shopping or even driving. And we need to extend grace to those people. And I need to really practice about having unconditional love for, friends. Sometimes friends hurt your feelings or may say something, or family members. And I really need to practice unconditional love, like love them no matter what. And so, last year my word was being intentional. And I think I was intentional about just being nice, being complimenting, people, or kind of going out of your way sometimes, even though you're not comfortable about doing those things.
Right.
But it was kind of hard to be intentional with family because we were gone so much.
I know, we work on a lot.
So with my word being agape, I feel like that I am still being intentional and still kind of carrying that forward. And so that is my word. And so I ordered my little bracelet, and it says agape, but then I also put the word faith on mine because, sometimes like I really want to I have more faith in situations. And sometimes I want to just like, I want to control the situation, but I've got to have more faith.
Yeah.
And that. So, and I ordered one for you.
I know.
And what's your word?
My word is believe. And I just picked that. We had a really good sermon on at church this past Sunday when Judy called me and she's like, you need to pick a word. You can go on and fill out this little thing, this little questionnaire, and it kind of gives you words to choose from. And so they preached about believe. And then that was one of the words that was in the thing. So I thought, okay, well, I need to do this. So 2023 was not it was not a good year for me and my family. So I keep, sometimes I keep saying, I will be okay. I'm going to be okay. And I need to really practice and really just trust that, God does have my back and I will be okay. And just put that trust in him.
Yeah.
So
we ordered bracelets and it's supposed to be in, I said like in 4 days. And so I'm really excited about just looking at my word and remembering my word.
Me too. I'm glad because I mean, like I do when I put my.
I know you've been really wearing bracelets a lot.
I know, lately. And I usually So like we got this one at Mother's Day last year at church, and it's just like this little rubber
cross.
Yeah, and I haven't even taken. I don't think I've even taken it off at all. And then I got 2 bracelets for Christmas. My sister gave me one. It's like that's Pura Vida. I think that's how you say it. That Pura Vida. Pura Vida or something. Anyway, it's little waves.
Yeah.
And then my mom. So I grew up Catholic. I'm not anymore. But I still do the whole rosary still, and this is like a little rosary bracelet. To remind me to, so I still do that I didn't drop all my Catholic, things.
Yeah.
So I have that. And so I'm looking forward to my
belief.
Yes.
Bracelet. Yeah. That's so cool. And so, do y'all pick a word? It used to be, and it still is kind of like, what is your New Year's resolution and stuff. But I feel like that just having a word, just a word.
Well, and a reminder that, like it's right there.
Yeah. So I started doing 12 days of Christmas, and I started doing it on Christmas Day and posting like this little contest. And oh my gosh, y'all were blowing up Instagram, Facebook. And every time that y'all were posting, I kept going and reading it. And I was like literally on my phone all the time because I was reading y'all's posts. And I was like, okay, I've got to like put my phone down. I really have got to put my phone down. So I kind of like quit like stopped because I just put my phone down. But I did New Year's Day, I did another post like, what is your word? And people were posting the most amazing things, like their word and the things that, and so I would just tell you, go to our Instagram and our Facebook, find that post and read some of them because it really, like, I just loved reading everybody's different stories, their words, why they picked their words. And so we've got to go and pick winners from a few days of those contests because I've got to go and put the winners' names in like a little random generator. And I never stopped because I was like, oh, I need to do this. I need to do this. And then I would just put my phone down.
Yeah.
And so I mean, I got to pick it back up and do it. And, you know, it's just, and then too, like the first of the year after the holidays is over is so, like the holidays are over. Like the year is like a brand new beginning and everything. So I really just did put my phone down and I felt bad because I'm like, oh, I'm going to do 25 days of Christmas and then 12. I mean, yeah, 12 days of Christmas. And everybody's like, where's Judy? Like, what happened? Where's the post? Where's the contest? And, so I need to go and pick winners. And probably, I think the 12th day might be today or tomorrow. Yeah. No, I think it's the 5th.
Something like that. We'll look it up.
Yeah. So I got to do that. All right. What else have we got working?
I think that's it. Like, you know.
We do have a lot of yarn that we want to mark down.
Oh, that's right.
And we were going to do that before the Christmas break, but we had such a huge response from our Thanksgiving cyber sale.
Yes.
That, like, thank you so much.
Yes.
But we didn't expect to work that much. We were like, how are we going to get all this done? Because we were going to kind of take off for about 2 weeks, not necessarily take off, but just have some time to do some other things. And we didn't get to do that because, I mean, like, I think we did take off a few days before Christmas. I hadn't even done a lot of my Christmas shopping.
No, you hadn't.
So I literally shopped, you know, like
a couple days before Christmas.
Yeah, they always talk about the man waiting until the last day. Well, that was kind of me. But I found, like, Emily and I went shopping, and I really did find, like, a lot of great gifts. Yes. I kind of knew what I wanted, maybe a little bit. But anyway, we are going to be marking down some of our current colorways because we want to make room on the carts for some of our new stuff. And then we're also discounting our classic DK. We're going to have sometime, hopefully this week, because we're going to be getting it ready because we do have a thing this weekend.
Yes, we do.
You know what? It's raining, 100% chance of rain Friday.
Oh.
So we have to load the trailer Thursday.
Okay.
So
tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Oh, goodness.
So maybe while we're doing that, we kind of go and pick some of the stuff off the cart that we're discounting and put it on all to one cart together. And while we're doing that, we'll just update the website.
Okay, that sounds like a great
and do
idea.
that. Yeah. And I've been seeing a lot of other dyers that are doing the same thing, which we've kind of did that for our Thanksgiving sale.
Yes.
But we do have more that we want to put on there. Like I'm looking at the cart, we have like a lot of just onesies.
Yes.
Of colors that are from a collection that was like even maybe 2 years ago, something that we've been currently dyeing, but we need to take it off and kind of focus on some of the color sets that are more popular.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's see what else was there. I think there was something else, maybe not. Who is here that is doing a sweater knit along? I know that Leah kind of talked about it. You know what? Marky didn't join our knit night last night.
I know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know she's doing a sweater.
Yeah.
She's, but I can't remember what her sweater is. And she has not signed up, has she?
Nope.
I'm gonna have to get on to her.
Yeah. So make sure Rebecca or Leah, anybody that's doing the sweater knit along, make sure that you go and click on the Google form. You can find it in the Instagram. But then I'll also have a link on this YouTube video. Okay, I think that's it.
I think so.
Thanks for tuning in today and watching. We probably will start doing it about 10 o'clock. I think this is a good time. Unless a customer comes to the door in the middle and be like, yeah, like you have to come back later. We really are trying to get our studio, our YouTube, where we're going to do that, moved downstairs.
Yes.
And that's just something that we were going to do the week of Christmas, and we didn't get that done. Not necessarily the week of Christmas, but the week before.
Right.
All right, y'all. Thanks for watching, and make sure to come back. I'm going to go and add all of these different links for like the sweater knit along in the YouTube channel video, so you can go and check on those. And we will be back for our YouTube channel in 2 weeks, which will be the Wednesday before we go to Oxford.
Oh, it will be.
It
yes.
will be. Every other Wednesday. And all right, y'all have a great week, and we will see you then.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.